This afternoon, recapping our top story, complete team coverage of the deep freeze with Kate Whitehall and Sophia Beausoleil on our local roadways, and Amanda Dugan has your traffic for your noon commute. We begin once again with Natalie Stoll on when the ice will start melting. We're finally above freezing at least.
At least here in the city we are, and that's good news because we're starting to see a lot of that ice melt, and that will just improve conditions as we go through the afternoon. Now, you're still going to run into slick spots out there because most areas, especially out in the hill country, not quite to 32 degrees just yet. One of those regions of Marble Falls, there's a live lookout in that area for you. A lot of gray cloud cover that's going to stick around for much of the day too. We could see a few peaks of sun later on. Not expecting widespread sunshine though, and this cloud cover will help keep temperatures pretty chilly all day long. If you haven't head out and you plan to later on today, bundle up and take your heaviest winter gear. You'll likely need it all the way through the afternoon. Our current temperatures, like we mentioned, at freezing at 32 in Llano, 33 right here in Austin, and 32 in LaGrange. Those spots you could start seeing some melting within the next hour or two, and other areas still hovering in the upper 20s. Some of those icy conditions could hang on just a touch longer this afternoon. Places like Burnett, Fredericksburg, Mason, all at 29 degrees. So your forecast for the rest of the day will top out only at 39, mostly cloudy skies. We're also watching the possibility that some of those areas that melt this afternoon and evening could refreeze early tomorrow morning as temperatures fall again below freezing. It could be pretty spotty, patchy, light ice possible, but it all depends on how fast the roads dry out. Tomorrow afternoon, though, don't have to worry about any of that. 62 on your Saturday, quite a turnaround from today, with a high on Sunday up to 74 degrees.
As we take it over to our maps, we have a couple things still working on the roadways. Let's go ahead and start with Loop 360, or rather Ben White near Highway 290. There at intersection is currently closed. If you're traveling on southbound Mopac trying to get to Loop 360, you'll be forced to get off on that 360 exit and wrap back around to 290. The roadway remains closed at I-35 and SH 45 due to very icy and slick conditions. And as you can see, most of the delays have cleared up around town. A lot of people staying inside to avoid a tricky commute. But if you are getting out the door, remember there are still some serious ice patches, especially out towards Cedar Park on 183A, especially as you come across Avery Ranch Road. Let's take a quick look with our tech stock camera. We're going to travel over to I-35 at 51st Street. This kind of wraps up what I was just saying. This particular spot, you can see most of those main lanes of 35 have dried out for the most part. Traffic posting pretty normal speeds on the I-35 proper and Service Road. However, if you do come across any remaining sleet or icy patches, of course, you know to reduce your speeds, slow down, put away distractions, and travel safely through the area.
All right, thanks, Amanda. Icy roads causing problems across our area, especially on bridges and flyovers. Right now in southwest Austin, officers are rerouting drivers on Mopac before they cross the Barton Creek Greenbelt. KXAN Sophia Beausoleil has details.
Good afternoon. We are in northwest Austin, where you can take a look behind me and see that the ice is thick over here on Research Boulevard. It looks like an ice skating rink. This is just before Jollyville Road, and you can take a look and see in the background 183 north and southbound lanes. People have been taking their time. Some people have even put on their flashers to indicate to others, hey, give me some room as I'm traveling on these icy conditions. Now, we've been watching the overpasses from 183 to Mopac. Many people have been avoiding it, and the people who are taking the chance to drive on it have been going extremely slow to make sure that they don't get themselves into a sticky situation. Overall, in this specific area, we only saw one fender bender early this morning. That didn't impact traffic at all, and it was cleared up pretty quickly. Many drivers obviously stayed home, especially since school and many businesses are canceled for the day. And we'll continue to monitor the conditions for you. Check us out at KXAN News at 5, 6, 9, and 10 for all your latest updates. Reporting from Northwest Austin, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
Okay, thank you, Sophia. The icy weather leading to problems on I-35 as well this morning. Kate Whitehall continues our team coverage from East Austin.
Good afternoon. afternoon. Well, the lower deck is back open, but was closed for about an hour this morning. And it was this section right here past the Airport Boulevard exit on the lower deck where a lot of cars were having trouble getting up that hill. In fact, take a look at some video from earlier this morning. It was this semi truck that was really having the hard time making up the hill. A lot of ice was on Interstate 35 earlier this morning. And so as a result of the truck not being able to get up, a lot of the cars and vans that were already on the interstate had to stop, and they were backing cars up to be able to get off the exit, and then they closed down the lower deck in the meantime to make that all happen. Once all the cars were off, then they were waiting for TxDOT to come out with some de-icing equipment to be able to make the roads safe again. About an hour after that all happened, they were able to reopen Interstate 35, and as you can see right now, traffic is moving along just fine, and in fact, the interstate really is drying out as the morning went on. And this afternoon, of course, we'll keep you posted if we see any additional problems or delays. In East Austin, Kate Whiteoff, KXAN News.